It is a thrill to be here. It's a thrill to have a chance to celebrate this extraordinary work that is the Susan B. Anthony list and the difference that you all have made. Because of you in this room and your extraordinary generosity and hard work, I stand before you today a member of a new Republican majority on Capitol Hill. And let me tell you, we've been busy. I guess the first couple of weeks, we all rallied together and we voted to repeal Obamacare, lock, stock, and barrel. We brought legislation to reinstate the Hyde Amendment and to deny federal funding for abortion at home and abroad in every area of our national government. We will not rest until the largest abortion provider in America is no longer the largest recipient of federal funding under Title X. I got to tell you, though, it's been quite a couple of days for me. If you've been, don't go home and Google me, okay? It's not pretty out there. I woke up this morning, I read in Politico, Marjorie probably saw that, Politico said, Mike Pence has declared war on Planned Parenthood. Another news outlet said this Indiana Republican is on a one-man mission to cut off all the group's federal funding. Let me assure you, it is not a one-man or one-woman mission. House Republicans are united in our collective determination to end this funding once and for all. The truth is, men and women, I'll tell you, I think they're all worked up on this issue because we're winning this fight. We're winning hearts and minds in America. We're on the verge not only of ending public funding for abortion and abortion providers, I believe with all my heart, we are at the beginning of the end of Roe versus Wade. I think we're winning this fight because of the tireless work of pro-life advocates since 1973, who've never relented in their efforts to stand for the unborn and the defenseless. We're winning, I believe, because of the compassionate work of crisis pregnancy centers across the country, who each and every day are touching hearts and lives. I also believe with all of my heart that we're winning because of something that has no organization to it. And I think something very special is happening in the quiet councils between mothers and daughters, between grandmothers and granddaughters. Women who are caught up in the lie of abortion, pulling those dearest to them aside and telling them other than what the culture is telling them. And I believe that it's saving broken lives and broken hearts. And lastly, I think we are winning because of men and women like you in this room who have not relented in your determination to send men and women of principle and courage who are committed to the sanctity of life into the legislatures of this nation. And I commend you. We're winning this fight. But we must fight on. We must not lose heart in this battle. It is noteworthy to remind ourselves that the only book President Reagan ever put his signature on during his 8 years in office was about the sanctity of life. Abortion and the Conscience of the Nation was a small booklet. It was derived from an essay in the Human Life Review. The president published a short essay to mark the 10th anniversary of Roe v. Wade in the spring of 1983. He talked about the long view. And he spoke in terms that I think we should be reminded of as we continue in this battle. We are not put on this earth to advance ourselves. We are not put on this earth just to move to the next thing. We are put on this earth to do his work, to defend the defenseless, to stand for the truths of history. And there is no greater truth than that every human life is sacred and precious. Men and women, supporters all of the Susan B. Anthony list, you're changing hearts and minds across the land. You're making it possible to achieve great ends. But I implore you, with all of my heart, to keep fighting.